Simple, effective, and affordable. What more could you possibly ask from a product that promises to kill the clutter and give you a way to neatly organize your small EDC essentials? This is the Maxpedition Micro Pocket Organizer. Hey there. Today, I'm going to be looking at this small pouch that's earned a lot of love in the everyday carry community. It's called the Micro Pocket Organizer, and it promises to tame the pocket chaos of your pants and your bags. So let's have a look. So right off the bat, this pouch measures about 3.5 inches in width, about 5.5 inches in height, and about an inch in thickness, maybe a little bit less. It's the smallest size in Maxpedition's Pocket Organizer lineup, and it features a clamshell design. And there's a zipper here. There's also a front mesh slip pocket. Also has elastic loops and slip pockets on the inside. And I obviously have the all black edition here. But it's also available in 3 other two-tone color options. My first thought is that when I pulled this out, it felt nice and compact. The build feels serious and durable. In other words, not cheap. The zipper is a YKK zipper, meaning it's fairly smooth. And the material, it has sort of a rugged look, but I wanted to put it through its paces and see if it lives up to the hype in daily use. All right, first up is the exterior. You've got a front mesh pocket here with a bit of tension, though honestly, I would have preferred if this had been had a little bit more tension to hold things in this pocket a little bit more tightly. I understand that it's kind of a fine balance between not making it so tight that it's impossible to put things in. It's good for slim items like cash or cards or small pocket notebook, or even, you could probably even fit your phone in here if it's small enough. The back has webbing and a grab handle that seems quite well made and maybe even a bit overkill for something this small. Again, the YKK zipper offers sort of a decently smooth opening experience. So it's definitely not the smoothest zipper I've ever used, which is a little bit surprising for YKK. And then once we open this and you get a look at the interior, you'll see that you sort of get 3 elastic divisions of about an inch each and a slip pocket as well on both sides. There's also a singular tie-down loop up here. As for the materials, the entire pocket organizer is made from 800D ballistic nylon and is triple polyurethane coated to keep water out, basically provide some water resistance. There's also a Teflon fabric protector over the whole pouch to sort of keep grime away. And there's also, if you look, some really nicely reinforced stitching throughout at the various stress points, which kind of leads me to believe that this is going to be a long-lasting pouch and something I can use without it showing too much wear. Okay, let's quickly cover the pros and cons. First, the pros. The build quality and durability is very good. It's fairly compact but functional. The small size, I would say, is a big draw, at least for me. I managed to turn even sort of expansive loadouts into sort of a one sleek consolidated kit. I can definitely see using this for cable organization or even as a small first aid kit. The whole pouch features really good organization options. The elastic loops and compartments sort of keep, everything in its place and keep smaller gear from rattling around. Like I said, I think it's, pretty versatile. It can be used sort of as a small EDC pouch, a first aid kit, a small electronics kit, maybe a small tool kit. And I think for the price, you get pretty good value, sort of giving my expectations of durability with this pouch. It's only around $23, and I think that's pretty good. As for the cons, well, there's no belt loops or MOLLE system here. The organization demands a little bit of discipline because this pouch is fairly small, so there's only so much you can jam in here. just want to sort of avoid stuffing things in randomly. Expectations versus pocket carry. Well, I think this pouch is just a little bit too big. That it won't sort of be ideal for just sticking in your front or back pocket. This is more designed, I would say, to be attached to a bag or to go inside a bag. All right, here's how I've used it over the past week. I loaded it with a small flashlight, a pen, a multi-tool, a mini notebook, a couple of charging cables, a knife, and a few other small items. I didn't carry it around in my back pocket because at that point it was a little bit too thick. So I just put it in my messenger bag, and that seemed to do fairly well in there. What I really liked about this pouch is that it really did keep the smaller items that I wanted with me nicely organized. So you're sort of getting rid of no more loose cables or pens sliding around to the bottom of my bag. And again, the build feels fairly premium. Along with the zipper being relatively smooth. Now, here's what I didn't love. When stuffed with sort of thicker items, it definitely got a bit lumpy. Also, I found the front mesh pocket a little bit less useful for bulkier stuff. It's definitely designed for sort of a variety of slimmer items. And finally, while I appreciate the handle, it doesn't make it sort of belt carry friendly in this size. So I would say that the Maxpedition Micro Pocket Organizer gets a moderate endorsement from me. It sort of hits the sweet spot of compact size plus serious construction plus functional organization. It's not perfect. Like I said, there's some bulk if it's overstuffed and sort of has limited external carry options. But the trade-offs are pretty minor given what you get. If I were to rate it, I'd probably give it a 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars. And if I were doing sort of a for the money rating, it might even scrape a solid 4 to 4.5 in the context of other EDC pouches that I've seen out there. Okay, that's it for my review. If you want to purchase the Maxpedition Micro Pocket Organizer, I left a link in the description below. And if you found this review helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more EDC reviews like this one. Thanks for watching, and in the meanwhile, stay organized, stay ready, and I'll catch you in the next one.